Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing.
Make no attempt to reload your device. You are now entering the Hellhole.
Hey, we're back. Bring. Hello. Welcome back to the Hellhole. It's your old pal. Back for a quick one. Diving back into Subnautica. We're going to finally check out this freaky alien ship. It's about damn time. Every time I come back, the lights are on. I don't know what that's about. Okay. So I haven't gone in, but I did notice there's another entrance over here. Force field control doesn't seem to be doing anything right now. There's another one here. Not sure what's going on here though. Seems a little tricky. I figure I'm going to go in this way. Welcome to the machine. Welcome to the Hellhole. I feel like these underwater games, they all sneak in a little bit of this sort of exotic alien tech. The standard bearer being Echo the Dolphin, a game that I may play sometime. This is all very interesting. I have not ventured in here before. This is my first playthrough. If you don't realize that from the title that says Part 12, this is the 12th session of my first playthrough, and I have not yet entered this particular facility. I see it's indicating I should have my scanner. Very good. What's this deal? Alien rifle. Interesting. I suppose I should be saying something. Strong resemblance to human weaponry in form. This device must have been designed with a humanoid user in mind. That kind of addresses us, right? Whether the aliens that built this structure were themselves humanoid or otherwise employed the use of humanoids is unclear. What is clear is that they considered defending this facility a necessary precaution. There's no obvious way to remove the rifle from the case. I get the impression that the knife is really your only weapon in the game, so it does not shock me that the rifle cannot be liberated. And hey, that's fine by me. I don't need every game to be about shooting. There's plenty of gun toting in other games. Is it telling me to self-scan more than usual?
Complete. Bacterial infection in your system is progressing. Detecting skin irritation and immune system response. Further data required to identify bacterial strain.
Oh boy. So we're infected with something. That's great. Is it from the alien facility? What is this? Ion cube. Let's scan it. Ion cube. This green mineral substance has no entry on the periodic table and an unprecedented ability to store huge amounts of ionic energy within it. Likely grown artificially. Cubic appearance suggests it has been cut from a larger deposit. Each cube contains the equivalent ionic energy of 5 kilotons of TNT. That sounds dangerous. Under the right conditions, the energy could be released in a controlled manner, likely used as batteries, but would require a substantial power source to be recharged. I wonder if we'll get some sort of unlimited power source to replace the batteries. That'd be kind of nifty. I know my seamoth needs another power cell. Dig the look of this architecture. What is this? Is it just lighting? Just lighting. So I wonder if that infection is from some of the nasty fish that we've encountered, or has just entering this facility infected us. I don't know. Did something make a noise? Just my imagination. Oh, alien arch. What's this about? This structure's intended purpose is unclear. Thanks. That's some nice insights. Theories on function. Ceremonial or religious role. Industrial applications. Advanced transportation network. Assessment. Further research required. Well, that's just brilliant. It's clearly a Stargate. Come on. I've watched movies. I know about things. Something bad gonna happen if I walk through it. It doesn't look like it's doing anything. Let's go for it. Nothing. What about this way? Does this do anything? Interesting. Oh. Where's the cube? Did we not take the cube? Maybe the cube powers this thing. I think I've heard rumors of something involving the aliens, so I'm sort of driven by suspicion. Ooh. It's very green. Green and glowy. I can't hold it. Okay. What happens if we take it back into that room anyway? Something gonna happen? Maybe? Nope. Nothing. I guess I should check. See if there's any clues. These things do anything? Doesn't seem like it. Fair enough. Interesting. It doesn't seem like any of this is connecting up with what would have been the main entrance. We've come in the back way, and I just wonder... should we maybe head out to the front way? Maybe this will connect up with that side. It's not really a whole lot to see, although it is a very, very beautifully rendered, exotic looking alien building. Hey, we got a tablet. Well, that's good, because I have another one that I picked up off an island on the opposite side of the general region, and I was worried that I'd made a mistake by not bringing it with me. So I guess we've got one now, if needed. Ooh, what's this? It's doing something. I hope I'm not in danger. Oh, it's a doomsday device. That's wonderful. Scans indicate this device contains enough potential energy to destroy an entire planet, along with most of the solar system. Fortunately, it has malfunctioned. Destroying the universe and the planet would certainly be... it'd be a real hindrance to this playthrough. Let's try to avoid that. If you didn't see... oh, hang on.
Scans indicate the facility's control room lies beyond this doorway.
Oh. Control room. Insert tablet. Can do. Kind of looks like a SIM card or an SD card or something. Technology also invented by aliens. Yeah, so if you missed it, I think it was part 7. If you go to the YouTube link that's on Twitch, or if you're on YouTube now, you should be able to find the Subnautica playlist in the info for this video, or just by rummaging around on the channel. If you check out part 7, you'll see my first encounter with this building, which included a startling transformation into a giant cannon that blew our rescue ship out of the sky. We had friends coming. They were destroyed by this facility, which is interesting to say the least. And that was where I found the front entrance before getting distracted with other things. I figured it would be good to take care of some of the other stuff in the game before heading into this most interesting of locales. What's up here? Whoa, what is this? Oh, energy core. Energy core. This device houses energy equivalent to a 100 megaton nuclear detonation, which can be channeled through the facility and directed at vessels overhead or bent around the planet's gravitational pull to strike targets in orbit. Power is routed via the attached terminal, allowing for the device to be deactivated if necessary. It is currently operating without parameters, suggesting it will target any ship within range. So there you go. This is the control of the devastating cannon that killed our allies. Perhaps we can deactivate it. Whoa, hey! Watch the hands, cowboy.
The control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine."
Oh. So, we've got the space coronavirus.
Translating background broadcast. Downloading summary to databank.
Here we go. What? Oh no. Well, where did that go? What? I don't see it. I'm not really sure what happened there. For some reason it jumped away from what I thought I would be looking at. Well, that's not particularly helpful. I guess I'll have to come back later. And maybe we can get disinfected. Because we got that space virus. Apparently. What's going on? Trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. So I'm glad I recapped that the cannon shot our ship, because that very neatly provides context to what the control panel just told us. So not necessarily malicious in intent, just lacks proper input. And clearly there's a quarantine situation. And despite humanity's failings, we know you don't want to have freaky viruses running wild. You lock it down, you choke it out. Let's see if anything changes. I don't like that. That's very presumptive. Does anyone speak Decepticon? I don't know what that said. So we're kind of short on options now. Feels like maybe it's time to check out that side area, or head around to the front entrance, because it doesn't seem like this linked up with anything that is familiar to that other area. So perhaps something will become more apparent if I stop being a jerk and go the intended entrance. These gamers are always trying to sneak around. Let's at least run in here and see what happens. Hopefully I won't get blasted. Uh-oh, hey, what? Is it an elevator? I wondered. Freaky space elevator.
Your best probability of interfacing with this facility is achieved by accessing the control room in the lower section.
Well, I already did that, pal. It did diddly for me. So this probably links up with the front entrance, I'm thinking. What do we got over here? Data terminal. Let's get some data.
Language. Attempting translation.
Let's actually read it this time. Oh, wow. This dataset appears to be a multi-dimensional schematic of some kind. By mapping the pattern to three-dimensional space, it is possible to gather a basic understanding of this facility's internal workings. Construction material. Facility's unknown construction material is identified as an ultra-hard, non-reactive metal amalgam synthesized from off-world materials. You can probably tell I'm struggling to read this tiny text on my tiny monitor from a small distance. Please excuse me. There is no indication that it can be damaged or destroyed by available means. Power. The schematic indicates the facility was to be powered by a separate, self-sustaining power plant located elsewhere on the planet. The location is not listed, but there is evidence the designers intended to harness the planet's natural thermal energy. Layout. The facility consists of the upper engineering section, where this schematic was found, and the control room, which is accessed via a security-sealed elevator shaft or a separate underwater moon pool. The control room in the lower section houses the only known way to interface with the facility. However, the schematic does not detail the operation procedures or installed security measures. Fair enough. I'm still not seeing the other translation, unfortunately, so I'm in the dark about that one. So yes, this seems to be the entrance area that we would have taken had I gone straight in when I found this place. I did not. Hey, we got another cube. The power of the cosmic cube. Tesseract my ass, Marvel. Comic fans will know the cosmic cube and appreciate it. So I wonder, will that elevator gently return us to the lower area? Hey, here's another one. Now, earlier somewhere, I was alerted to the presence of a structure, but I didn't find the structure. I wonder, could that be the power plant? Was I unwittingly close to discovering something interesting? What do we got here?
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
Alien data. Okay. Discovered inside an alien facility, it was not possible to translate any useful information. However, scans have returned some information on the device itself. It is likely a solid-state computer, although there is no clear way to interface with it. On approach, it begins producing a low-frequency radio wave containing complex but recognizable data patterns. It is likely the alien species which designed this technology evolved or genetically selected sensory apparatus to hear, quote-unquote, and understand the information being broadcast by the device and to communicate back. The mental processing power required to perform this kind of telepathy would imply the designers were considerably more psychologically developed than the common human. Well, isn't that interesting? So we got telepathic aliens lurking somewhere. Now this looks familiar. Is this the entrance? I think it might be. Hey, it's the beautiful sky in the ocean. I could swim, but I'm going to head back and see if the elevator will gently deposit us back by the moon pool so we can get our seamoth. And I guess we're going to go cruising because there's not much jumping out here. We got some power doohickeys, we got some information. Not a lot to go on, but it's something. Nothing there. And speaking of radio signals, it did occur to me that I have been neglecting the radio, so we should probably check the radio at some point, see if we got any more signals. And I figure there's probably more to discover in terms of crash sites, and the crash sites might give us some more plans. Here we go, let's see. Going down. You know it. So I think in our construction plans there was a listing for a moon pool, but we didn't have the necessary info, and now here we are in an alien moon pool, whatever that is. So maybe we'll learn something soon that will allow for some progress in that regard. I'm curious if the moon pool... Hang on. Is this... Okay, yeah. Yeah, it is. I'm a little bit nervous about exploring around here, particularly without upgrades to the seamoth. Ooh, that's slightly disorienting when there's nothing... No landmarks. I hear noises. I guess I want to play it safe. I'm quite sure that Subnautica aficionados, and there seem to be quite a few, will regard my play so far as very, very timid. I get the impression there's quite a bit more to discover. Suffice it to say that I did not realize the game would involve as much as it has.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Okay, let's not get crushed. Call me crazy, I like not being crushed. I hope everyone is doing well, having a nice time in these wild times such as they are. I'm keeping on. Keeping on. And it's nice to sort of come floating back into Subnautica. Turns out the alien building didn't quite give us as much as we might have hoped, but plenty to think about. So somewhere out there is probably an alien power plant. And maybe the cubes, the energy cubes that we've picked up will have something to do with the power plant. Maybe at the power plant we'll learn some way to harness them. Either for our own ends or for something that will help deactivate the weaponry. The weaponry of the alien ship, that is. I think, from memory, there is a rocket that we'll build to escape. I think I got plans, or somebody told me about it. Maybe the vehicle deal. What was that? What was that blue flicker over here? Perhaps it was this. Have we been here before? Crunk. Crunk. I don't know if I've been here. Interesting. Ah, guten Morgen, Sogan. How do you do? Very nice to see you. Interesting. So I don't think I've been here. That's promising. I'm very sorry. My German is not that thorough. I hope. What? Hang on. What's that? What is that noise? Stalkers. So how are you? Here we go. Oh. What's going on? Hello to your dog. What is going on out here? Who is making all that racket? I'm doing alright.
30 seconds.
Oh, I need oxygen though. So my cutting tool has 10% energy. Are you better not be messing up my seamoth. Yep, this is my first time playing. I really have no idea what I'm doing. Hang on, that's no good.
Detecting increased foreign bacteria levels in the water. Performing a self-scan is advised.
What? Can you... Oh. Hey. I'm busy. I am busy, you. Get out of here. Good. Run away. What is this bacteria? I'm trying not to panic. Alright. Here we go. What? Why are you not cutting? Cut the door. Can you only cut one way? Do I have to find another way in? Oh, hang on. Ah. No, it's the wrong tool. Of course it is. Yeah, I got it. I can't tell these things apart. Which one's which? There we go. Yep. As you can tell, still relatively new to the game. But enjoying it, even at a leisurely pace. guess I better get oxygen. I think I found plans for an ultra high capacity tank, so that's something to get to.
Integrating new PDA data.
All right. Where are we? Anything to scan? What's this? Stasis rifle. I've already got all that. I think so. I'm on the wrong thing again.
New
Apparently not.
blueprint acquired.
I'm gonna run out of air. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This has trouble written all over it. Okay. I'm gonna get oxygen. I would really rather not drown. Okay. Nothing to see. Nope. Oh. Alright. That seems to be it. Fair enough.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Where's home? Here we go. Actually, is there anything more to see? Oh, what is that? Why am I moving? Where did that go? Already got it. So I guess there's a lot more places to find fragments than I realized earlier in the game. Which I guess is a good thing if you're struggling to find something. So I would like to regroup back at base and store some of these interesting things that we've found. I would hate to lose any of this if I were to meet my untimely demise. We got to check the radio, we got to look around. See about this high capacity tank. And I could use a power cell.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I don't have a bin. I guess that's on the list of things to do. Hang on. What do we got here? Equipment. Reinforced dive suit. Diamond, titanium, synthetic fibers. What is it? Synthetic fibers. How do I get synthetic fibers? This I do not know. We can make a stasis rifle. That's exciting. Propulsion cannon. I think that's what I already have. Where... Oh. So I think I already have the high capacity oxygen tank. And I guess what I found was just that again. That's a little disappointing. Thought I was going to get a bit more air. Guess an extra power cell is due. What have I got? No, of course I've already got one. Well, I've got two now. Well, I guess the suit. Oh, but I don't know the fibers. I guess I'll check the radio. I'm in need of direction. And the radio has none. All right. Well, this is clearly thrilling. Were there signals that I hadn't done? This might be the one. There was an area nearby with a structure detected. So that's where I shall go. And with any luck, we'll find something interesting. I tried finding this area previously, but I wasn't able to. So there was a cave with some sort of bioluminescent growth that I felt looked a lot like googly eyes. Oh no. I think I've picked the wrong one. Alright, it's not this one. So let's try 13. Because I'm pretty certain it was not near creep vines. It was a more open area. Much like this. And with the seamoth, it might just be a little bit easier to get in and not drown. I think we've probably picked over that. Oh, that's brilliant. Let's try to get there in one piece. Okay. So somewhere around here. I don't remember it being like this. There's nothing here, so I certainly have been here, but I don't remember it. Kinda doesn't feel like the one I was thinking of. Not ideal. Kinda running out of options here. I could try this one. So not quite as eventful as I'd hoped. The alien structure did not provide direction. But that's a little bit of the appeal of this game, I think. It's kind of nice that it leaves exploration up to the player. Tedious as I'm sure it is to watch. I don't think this is it either. Whoa, hey, whoa. What's... a little delayed rendering, I guess? It's not exactly making it easier to navigate. Oh. Alrighty then. This isn't it either. Questions abound. Where is the mysterious cave? This is kind of what I'm thinking, but that's familiar. What is this?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
This is a familiar area. I wonder, this could be the right area that I'm thinking of. And somewhere there is a sort of a cave entrance. Just don't remember where. Maybe? I've been spreading this first playthrough out over a fairly long period of time overall. I've had some breaks, some deliberate, some imposed. So I've kind of not got a great grasp of geography in the game. This seems like the right general sort of look for memory. And somewhere there was just sort of an innocuous drop. But I'm not sure. I could be missing it. I feel like down here is probably getting away from what I'm thinking of. I don't have a great sense of where I am now. Okay, where am I? Oh, okay. Interesting. So I'm not where I thought I was. I think the area I'm looking for is closer to the direction of the aurora, which is sort of what I think of as being more central. I probably only think of that or think of it that way, because it's sort of a perpendicular line from my life pod out into the great open. And I didn't have the compass at that stage, so I wasn't really aware of direction. Perhaps now this will help. So I want to say it's more in this general direction. Everything looks very different right now. So, I guess this installment, a bit like other recent ones, is just going to involve some vague wandering around. Oh, crunch. I'm hoping if I find the structure that was detected, that I might find some kind of answer. I think navigating with the seamoth has thrown me off too, because it moves a lot faster. I've had the seamoth for a little while, but I'm still getting acquainted. So where am I? Maybe I need to be exploring around here more. Jeez. Things don't quite seem as they were. I'm sure it's my imagination. Gonna have to change that power cell real soon.
Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Where's the... There it is. We came prepared. Okay, what is this? Let's look in here. Well, this isn't what I was thinking of, but it's somewhere to look. Ooh, what is that? Interesting. So, I don't think I've been here. What do we got here? Something. Whoa, hey. Take it easy. No, didn't I see something over here? Ah, get it. Get my gold. My gold. Ah. I loathe functions on the trigger. I'm not trying to take screenshots. Just trying to move. So what is down here? Wow. With the seamoth, this kind of exploration, I guess, is what I'm looking to do. What did I get? Lead, silver. I mean, these things will come in handy at least. I'm gonna drop that. I hate to pollute the ocean, but inventory is scarce. Another creature egg. Oh boy. I better repair it. I haven't really been looking for resources in a while, so I might as well get some while I'm here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Not entirely helpful, but so this wasn't the cave I was hoping to find, but it's the right idea. Oh boy, that's going to void the warranty. So I just wonder if somewhere around here there's another one of those kind of straight down kind of deals, because that's what I remember. At the time I didn't really have the lungs to get it done. Aimless wandering here in the Hellhole. Playing Subnautica. More creature eggs. There's a whole lot of them. suppose I should be exploring other biomes. Perhaps there I'll find something more interesting. I suppose because this is the play where we've entered the alien ship, maybe I should go back and have a little look around. I'm a little bit wary about going into areas I don't know well. Particularly would hate to lose my seamoth. What is this? A scrap. You. What? Seamoth, right? What? These things. Brutal. Somewhere there is an opening. Opening that I've been to multiple times. I would love to explore it. If I only knew where it was. I guess I better repair. So I've come in without a plan, and this is the result. For all I know, I'm missing this little entrance. It's late, but it's not that late. I guess I will carry on and seek out something else. Where are we? Where is home? Why can't I see home right now? Oh. Okay. Well, I'm kind of at a loose end now. Hang on, where am I? Am I gliding gently towards danger? What was that? Okay. Yeah. So I probably want to be careful right now where I am. You know, I haven't really explored much around the other side of the Aurora, but it seems like a dangerous place to be. I'm kind of feeling a little bit like I don't have a clear objective. There is the question of materials to make the dive suit that I can get, but I don't know how to do that yet. And none of the crash sites have wizened me up. Oh, hang on. No. There was somewhere I was on the verge of exploring, but I lost sight of it. I wonder if I could get back there. So far, navigation has certainly been letting me down. I quite simply do not know my way around. What's going on around here? Some weird looking rocks. Not much else.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
I don't know where I am, and it's very dark. Also, I'm lost in the game. Okay. If I get Ghost Leviathan while I'm looking around, I'm going to be very disappointed. Yeah, I'm gonna head this way just in case. 'Cause I'm hearing weird noises and I'm further out than I realized. I wish this thing would level out. Is that land ho? Yes, it is. I don't really like being in the dark in these hostile areas. What the hell? What is this? What the hell? What was that? What the heck? Is there something around here? Am I gonna get jumped? The heck was that? Well, that was weird. I don't know what caused that. Was it just the act of coming back? Maybe I should be exploring more around here. I feel like I'm going to get into trouble. Don't really know what to expect. What is this thing? Can we get in this? It's another one of these things. Stargate. I wonder if there was something inside that I didn't do or understand. I feel like having my lights on down here is a bad idea. This is so disorienting. Shoot. Shoot. Better get out and fix it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, man. Wouldn't mind some daylight. So I thought I was disoriented before. Now we got freaky telepathic alien visions. Here we go, we got some daylight at least. Not that it's going to help all that much down here. I feel like at least in the light I can see some of the terrain, and I might be able to avoid trouble if it comes my way. Although the depth pressure is going to get the better of us. Okay, that's a no. That's a no. Time to run away. I am running. Running away. Oh boy, it's still there. Crap, where am... Oh, shoot. Yo! What the hell? What is all this? Oh, great. That's great. Crikey. Is it gone? Is it following me? Jeez. Alrighty. Sure. Oh, what is going on? I've managed to mostly steer clear of Reapers. I feel like I kind of want to keep it that way. I assume a Reaper could destroy my seamoth, but I don't really know that for a fact. I don't want my seamoth destroyed. It took a lot of effort to get it and build it. I'd rather not lose it. What is this? Here we go. Here's something. We got a little bit of cave action. Is there going to be trouble in here? I hope not. What is that? Is that something? Nothing. It's just the environment. Okay. Crunch. Wow. Damn. Hell damn shorts. Interesting. How do I navigate this? And to what end? I haven't really been in a lot of caves like this. I don't know what to expect. I'm sure one of these things I'm going to go in and something horrible will try to eat me. I've seen The Empire Strikes Back. I know how this works. It's like a giant worm thing's going to eat me. Okay, well, kind of feels like there's nothing down here. Don't know if that's correct. Well, it was interesting, I guess. I may have missed something. Crunch. Well, this is definitely a point where I'm open to suggestions because...
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
What the hell is that? Oh. Oh, it's you. Am I... What is that up there? Can you get lost, pal? Oh. Oh, we're getting crushed. We're getting crushed. Ah, you son of a gun.
Erosion patterns of land masses suspended here suggest they once floated on the surface.
Bloody idiot. I did not realize the depth. So it was much too late. Where the hell am I? I need to get out of here, man. Oh, well. What a journey it's been. I'm thinking I should probably wrap it up. Is that thing chasing me or what? The heck am I? How did I wind up over here? Wasn't I? Oh, that's so disorienting. Well, I guess I'm going to be building another seamoth. Oh no, does that mean I lose the upgrades it had? That is not a good result at all. If that's a rite of passage, it was not one that I was hoping to have. I grew overconfident. I really thought my seamoth would live forever. I was engrossed in my environment. I did not notice until it was too late that my machine was being crushed. Very disappointing. So the seamoth survived a ghost leviathan attack. Could not survive the deepest depths. I suppose I might even What's going on? I might even try building another one offline rather than subject everyone to more tedium. I guess I'll wrap it up here. It's been a while. I've been wandering around very aimlessly. If you are watching this in the archive, I'm going to be putting this on YouTube along with all the other streams. You'll be able to find it by searching Subnautica Hellhole. If you do search Subnautica Hellhole, you might find the first playthrough I did, which is unnumbered. I've been noticing a lot of people landing on that. You might want to skip to part 2 if you're not interested in my initial bewilderment. Subnautica was not at all the game I expected it to be, and the first time I played it, I was not taking in the functions of the game. I was really just sort of dazzled by how different it was. I didn't realize it was going to have any kind of like alien stuff or space stuff. I thought it was purely deep sea simulation. So you might want to skip that initial one, because in the second one I've sort of got to grips with that and I've started to learn how to play. But if you are on YouTube watching the archive and you're looking at this one, by all means suggest where I might go next, because right now I don't have great ideas. There is that cave that had a structure in it. There was a structure detected. I forget when that was when I played. I'd like to get back there, but I don't know where that is. So if you want to suggest how I might find that, do that in the comments. If you think there's something I should be looking for, let me know in the comments. If I've missed something somewhere I was, like in the alien structure, tell me in the comments. I'm very much open to that. Maybe don't spoil too much, because I am sort of keeping myself spoiler free. But definitely, if you've got any advice, let me know, because I'm here to receive it. Because at this stage, I guess I'm building a new seamoth, and then I'm going to do my darndest not to lose it. And apart from that, I don't have a great plan. I might build a stasis cannon. I'm not sure if that will protect me from some of the spooky creatures that want to destroy me. Maybe if you've made it this far and you're on YouTube, drop that in the comments. Big thank you to everyone who's watching these streams. Sometimes I think it's a little bit dull, but I've been told it's soothing, and that is the term that I will use. Thank you, Psycho Kitten. Shout out to Posty. He's been giving me some nice feedback. I don't think he's following or subscribing anywhere, but that's okay. This is a non-obligation stream. If you would like to follow, it would certainly help. I think I don't know what the thresholds are. If I get a certain amount of followers, I can start adding emotes and things like that. That'd be fun. And build some sort of community. I don't know. The whole thing's weird to me. I'm still getting used to it. I'm just enjoying the reason to play and just playing around with the toys and seeing, recording things and seeing what's possible. I don't know when I'll be back again, but I will also be trying to mix in a couple of other games. I've been playing a lot of Subnautica and it's been very nice, but I do feel myself and others craving something a little bit different. I got a stack of games on the play pile, and I don't know if I'll add to it, but I would like to also get back to Hunt Down. I kind of left that one dangling. And Cyber Shadow was one that I was playing at, I guess, the end of last year. That'd be a good one to return to. And whatever other fun comes my way. I shouldn't say too much, but I am sort of making inquiries about something that might be a little bit interesting for us all. And I guess we'll explore those as they come. Synthetic fibers. I've drifted away from the game. I'm looking at the game again. Synthetic fibers, I'm curious because I don't know how to make that. Which makes me think I don't have. I got fiber mesh. How do I make synthetic fibers, I wonder? And if it requires more plans, I might have to resort to a walkthrough of some kind, or if anyone's giving me advice, I'll certainly be taking it. I'm just not sure. What's the water pool? I should look before we go. I wonder if creature decoy would help me with Reapers. If I had some sort of defense, that would be nice. I'm just thinking too. Where's the thing for building the things? Habitat builder. Let's just have a quick look. Howard. Yeah, moon pool. I don't have the ingredients. That seems like something could be useful. Thermal plant. Heat to energy. Interesting. Water filtration. I don't think I need that because I fully submit that I am playing on the easier setting that does not require food or drink. I could probably be doing this offline. Oh, battery charger. That could be useful. That would be very useful. And then I wouldn't have to pollute the ocean with my depleted batteries. I wonder if... Is there any benefit to building these things? Not really sure. Actually, maybe I won't go. maybe I'll sneak. I should build a table. Or counter, I guess. Have I got... Where, titanium can't be hard to find. What's this? Is this...
Oxygen.
Oh yeah, you need oxygen. I might do some of these sort of basic things offline as well. I don't know how interesting it is. I don't know how interesting any of this is. This is sort of devolved into a bit of a schlemazel. That was copper. We got titanium in here somewhere. Oh no. Oh no, get away. Get away, you little monkeys. Get that. I'm curious about this sample analyzer. And it seems like maybe if I had a table, I could put it on it. And I don't know if it'll work. Maybe I could repair it. But I need some titanium to make a table. What is this? That's gonna do it. Why not? If you're still watching this, I'm so sorry. Let's see, where could I put a... Would a count? Maybe a counter is best. This is very strange. Should I put the counter there? I want it close to the wall. Oh, come on. Yay, we got a counter. Now. Yay. Here we go. This is progress. Repair tool. Is this... Which one is this? I still can't tell these things apart. Oh, where is the repair tool? It's making a noise. But it's not doing anything. Non-functional. How do we make it function? There's got to be something to that. Alright. Well, I'll figure that out. I still haven't really bothered much with this either. There's still plenty to do, and I know that there is much to be discovered. Probably have to build another base at some point. I'm gonna wrap it up. I guess I better save. Ugh. I hate to save without my seamoth. I will build another one. We will make it stronger and faster. I assume that's... see, I found the upgrade modules. I haven't got them yet. So that's certainly something I need to do. I think I'm going to need a moon pool for that, and I don't have the ingredients to build it. I don't know what's involved. I got to find something still. Please fill me in. I might do some research. I think as much as I've been wanting to just discover things myself, I think for the sake of expediency and actually having some direction, I might start looking some of these things up to get some idea of where to go at least. And you can go to the archive, where at the moment there's some other Subnautica stuff. I think you can still watch the 16-hour marathon that I did, which played my entire adventure to this point. You can find it all individually on YouTube by searching for Subnautica Hellhole. Hellhole is one word, or I think the channel is The Micker. It sort of doesn't fit, but there you go. There's plenty of other stuff you can find there, all of it ridiculous. And by all means, if you're inclined, hit the follow here on Twitch, hit subscribe over on YouTube, ring the bell. Is there a bell? Ring the bell. That's a thing. That'll tell you when there's stuff or whatever. And you can decide whether or not you want to just click like and then never watch it, because I'm fine with that. It's kind of weird to have people watching me while I'm playing, but it's nice to know that you're out there somewhere. I'm not going to ramble much longer. I'm going to call it a night, and I will return to Subnautica and hopefully some other games. I'm kind of hoping to go play some old favorites. Maybe I'll let you know what they are once I start playing them. I enjoyed playing Incredible Hulk recently for the Mega Drive, which is a bit of an extra thrill just for the toy factor. I'm using the Mega Drive I had in the 90s. I got the necessary cables to be able to stream it, and it worked like a treat. And playing the Incredible Hulk was a lot of fun. I didn't finish it, but I got deep into the last level. So if you want to check that out, that's on YouTube now. And there's plenty of other stuff that we'll get to. Smash that follow. Have a nice day. Don't get your seamoth crushed. And I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.